Most of us realize that getting building permits is an important and required step in the process when building a new home. But have you ever wondered whether other projects require a permit? Things like constructing a deck or remodeling a bathroom? Or have you ever wondered if what the function of a building permit is at all? Well, the City of Eugene Permit Information Center can help you determine whether a permit is required for your project. If one is needed, we can walk you step by step through the process. When planning a project, you have information available to you in a lot of different sources. You can come to our newly updated city website, you can give us a call, or come on down to the Permit and Information Center. We want to connect you with the information you need to get the answers for your project. You might even find out that a permit isn't even needed.
Depending on your project, you'll check in with a land use specialist first. Land use staff can help determine the zoning of your property and provide information about setbacks, fence standards, height restrictions, tree preservation, and other information that will be helpful to know. We can also answer questions about home businesses or chickens in your backyard.
If you're doing work on your waste system or your stormwater system, a permit might be required, so you'll want to check with us prior to any work. Also, if your work includes any work around the right-of-way or within the right-of-way, a permit may be required, so check with us there as well. Anytime you're going to work around your property, front yard or backyard, we can help you identify where your property lines are. A lot of properties have a public utility easement within them, so you may want to check with us to see if your property has a public utility easement.
Maybe you're thinking about adding on to your house or converting a garage to living space. We can help you with any building code questions that you may have. Building code ensures that your home or building is safe, protecting you and your family from structural failures, electrical shock, or fires from heating and electrical systems. If you've never designed a project before, you may want to consider hiring an architect or engineer to help you. This can save you time and money in the long run.
Once those plans have been drawn up, they will bring those down to the intake staff, and that's where we come into play. First and foremost is making sure that the applicant feels comfortable and relaxed with this process and encouraged about the process. In a regulatory environment, there's a lot of anxiety around building permits, so we try to establish a relationship with the applicant. Then we put the plans through a completeness review, which is basically going through a checklist of items, make sure that nothing was missed, making sure that the questions that were asked during the due diligence phase were all addressed and were the right questions. Sometimes things get missed in that phase, and this is our last opportunity to make sure that those things are complete. Once the plans come in the door, the review process begins, so the more stuff that we can head off at intake, the more fluent the process is going to be. Then at that point in time, the review process begins. Once the plans are approved, they will get a phone call from one of the plans examiners stating that the plans are approved, ready to be picked up. They will also be given their fees at that time. Then they will come back down and visit the intake staff again, in which you'll pay your permit costs, and we will give you an approved permit.
Some of your projects may need to be inspected while they're being built, but others, they can be done after they're actually completed. If you need to schedule an inspection, you can do that by phone. And if you have questions about your projects, you can always call your inspector by cell phone, which they have with them at all times, and they'll do the best to answer those questions for you.
The Permit Information Center provides a critical service to the citizens of Eugene by educating applicants at each step in the process and by ensuring that building codes are met. We work with community members to create a built environment that maintains the health and safety of the community. You will find PIC staff to be friendly, easy to work with, and informative. So the next time you're planning a project, big or small, give us a call or check us out on the web, or come on down to the Permit Information Center. We look forward to serving you as we partner together for a safe and livable community.